We have been talking about this for a very long time. And now looks like it is getting the attention of the right people and getting the attention in the right place, because if it doesn't, then it will be a complete disaster, a nightmare situation for the entire monarchy, for the palace. And what is that matter? Well, it is the matter of faking stuff, in this case, faking pregnancy and whatnot. But let me actually explain to you more in details, because I have something very interesting, a very interesting piece that I want to share with you so that you can see for yourself what is happening, because this surrogacy is just exploding. People are talking about it online, and this is the conversation going viral every time. Now, before I share all the details with you guys, follow me on Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, hit the like and leave a comment, because I want to know what you think about this whole situation unfolding right now. Experts present perspective on ongoing allegations and speculation regarding Meghan Markle's use of surrogate for her children Archie and Lily. Experts present perspective on ongoing allegations. So, this was in the past just a theory, just a rumor, but now it is no more, because more and more mainstream royal commentators, for example, Lady C, even Neil Sean, I think some of these people, they are becoming ever more vocal on this issue, because this issue is so important, and I will discuss in the later part of this video why this is the most important matter for the monarchy and why it should be. Now, royal commentator emphasized that these discussions are based on rumors and personal opinion rather than verified facts, and encourages viewers to perform their own research. Nevertheless, royal commentator, they highlight alleged inconsistencies in birth certificate numbering and conflicting timelines surrounding the birth announcements as reasons for public skepticism. It is not just the birth certificate numbering that I have mentioned. Actually, this is also something I discussed in my previous video. The numbering issue is very important. 104, I believe, is California. 105 is Colorado or something like that. On the birth certificate, in other words, you will have a number that will indicate the state, which state the child was born. But we see inconsistencies, because Meghan and Harry, they never lived in Colorado, right? They moved to California. I mean, they never lived, means they did not give birth to Lily in Colorado. It has to be California. But on the numbering, you see the number doesn't match. It is 105 for Colorado. It's not for California. So why there is a mismatch? Not only this, guys, but also the timing of it all. And some of the videos she posted, people say, well, she was wearing a prosthetic. But anyways, the timing, the numbering, all of these things, they are making headlines. And Meghan Markle never, ever addressed those issues. I don't think she will, but she should be, because right now she has a very bad news. Controversy surrounding medical staff mention is made of the doctor who delivered Lily, noting that she closed her practice shortly after the birth, faced previous negligence in lawsuits, which observers linked to these suspicions. I believe her name is Melissa Grave or something like that, the doctor's name, who gave birth, or who helped Meghan deliver the baby, quote unquote. But she shut down her practice. Why? It happened right after this, birth of Lily. Why would she all of a sudden just shut down her business? Why? We still do not have those answers. Not only that, she is a corrupt physician. She's a corrupt gynecologist or surgeon, whatever you call it, because her past records were very bad. She faced lawsuits. This Melissa Drake, I believe her name, Melissa Drake, the doctor, who allegedly gave birth to or helped Meghan deliver Lily. She was corrupt to the bone. So it's easy, in other words, for Meghan to pay her off and have her way and change the whole thing. It is possible, because she was facing lawsuits due to negligence in the past, and this only adds to the suspicion that we already have about this whole birth. Now, historical context of succession laws. Experts explain why this topic remains a major subject of speculation, noting that historical British succession laws have required royal heirs to be born of the body. The royal heirs to be born of the body. Now, here is one thing, or another thing I should say, and that is that Thomas Markle Sr., her father, he did confirm that she had an hysterectomy when she was much younger. She had a hysterectomy. So if a person does have that hysterectomy, how come she can give birth? Because once you are done with the hysterectomy, you are done for life. You cannot give birth. But then we see her giving birth, acting normal, living normal life, giving birth not only to kids, but very, very healthy kids. And she was also very, very healthy. Okay, it doesn't really make sense. There is no complication. There was absolutely zero complication that was mentioned about this birth. If you had a hysterectomy and you are in your, when she gave birth, she was at least, how old is she? Like close to 40? And you're telling me she did not have any complication, no problem. She just walked into the hospital and just gave birth, like poo. It just popped out from nowhere. No complication, nothing. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, this is a requirement that the heir to the throne must be born of the body. Now, royal commentator acknowledged that there is no public verified evidence of surrogacy and that Buckingham Palace has never confirmed such claims. Buckingham Palace never took notice of this. And for some strange reason, they were okay with all of these things that people were discussing online. But here is the news. However, after online discussions going viral on this topic, Palace is taking a closer look at this issue for the first time. And this is the worst news coming at the worst time possible. Why? Well, it is because she's already going through, and her husband, a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges. They are going to go bankrupt in the next 5-6 months. Harry is already broke. Her business didn't cut it. She still has $5 million worth of inventory that she could not sell. And now, to make things even worse, now she has to deal with this. If Palace is taking a closer look at it, guess what? The Palace is, I think, to an extent convinced that something is fishy about this. And William, in charge of it, I don't think he will just let it slide. Now, royal commentators maintain that the secrecy surrounding these events is suspicious, citing the popular sentiment that if something doesn't make sense, it's probably not true, quote unquote. What are the British royal succession rules? Historically, British succession laws have required that royal heirs must be born of the body. Experts note that this historical requirement is a primary reason why there is significant speculation regarding whether a surrogate was used by Meghan Markle, as it could raise legal and constitutional questions about the line of succession. Why does being born of the body matter? Well, experts explain that British succession laws have historically required the heirs to be born of the body. They note that this is significant because if a child is born via a surrogate, it could lead to legal and constitutional questions regarding the line of succession to the throne. And perhaps this is why, guys, we are seeing Meghan Markle is very interested for some very strange reason in learning more about Prince George. Okay, because he's the next in line of succession after William. So something is fishy, something is going on. I have some comments here, guys. I don't know. She was being sued. Thank you, guys.